practical, but no problem. I can hear you. That's good. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Evening or good morning. Don't know. Some parts, maybe it's morning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's so nice to see you again in your kitchens or just watching us. So it's really nice to see you. And for us, it will be a late dinner, and for others, maybe an early lunch. So that's really amazing. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, the session is being recorded and we are going to put it also in YouTube. So it may be that you and your kitchen are seen on YouTube later. Yeah. And we will start with a silent meditation. I'm going to ring the bowl again, and then we continue with a guided meditation, and then get in touch with the ingredients. Okay. Come. Silent meditation.
Come. We have to get our junior cook.
Hi, gentlemen.
Hi.
Hello.
Allowing yourself to settle down wherever you are. If you are standing in your kitchen or sitting anywhere else. And tuning into your body. Feeling the contact to the ground. How does it feel like in your body right now? Which body areas are most present or most vivid in the field of your awareness right now? And really taking this conscious pause to connect with yourself, to drop into this moment, and also to connect with the ingredients and also feeling that what surrounds you right now. Getting in touch with the sounds surrounding you. And also getting in touch with the smells or scents that surround you right now. And also noticing your posture right now. Your spine, your back, your shoulders. How does it feel like in your shoulders right now? And also in your arms. Your hands, your fingers and fingertips. And also connecting with your dignity right now. How do you feel, do you sense your dignity right now? And how is your breath flowing right now? In and out. And also recognizing the space between each in-breath and each out-breath. then, when you feel ready to, bless you, Gesundheit. When you feel ready to, slowly opening your eyes again if they were closed, and turning, slowly turning if they are in front of you or next to you. If you want to cook along with us, turning towards the ingredients and taking a look at the ingredients and drinking them in, the ingredients. And yeah, seeing the colors, the different colors, the different forms, shapes. And also really being aware of the sense of these ingredients. What does your nose receive right now? And then, if you haven't done it yet, we will begin with the eggplant, or with one eggplant. So, if you like, then washing one eggplant, taking one eggplant and first washing them, or washing it.
Okay. So, and yeah, we are now tuning over into Mariana's kitchen, because Mariana will share her recipe and her cooking with us today. Also, yeah. Wait. Okay. Then.
So we will just get in touch with the eggplant after you have washed it. And now, when you feel ready to, or when you are ready to, maybe we can go to gallery view so that I can see where everybody is. Okay, so then taking this eggplant and really getting in touch with this eggplant, and maybe also, forgetting that it's called eggplant, and really getting in touch with it as if it was for the first time. As if it was for the first time, and recognizing color, surface features, and also the stem, its color. And really drinking it in with your eyes, And also looking for unique features of this eggplant. and also being aware of the journey which lies behind this eggplant and how it came into your kitchen, how it came into your hands, how much sunlight, how much energy is captured within this eggplant, how much caring is captured in this eggplant. And also all the people engaged in bringing this eggplant to you. Recognizing this. And if you like, also closing your eyes and touching and feeling the eggplant, feeling its surface. Drinking it in with your fingertips. And maybe also holding it between your hands and noticing the weight of this eggplant. And then when you feel ready to, bringing the eggplant next to your ear and turning it between your hands and also noticing which kind of sounds does this make when you listen to the eggplant. When you touch the eggplant, it's really next to your ear. And you can also, knock on it and also, recognizing the sounds that this makes. And then, when you feel ready to, also bringing it in front of your nose, close to your nose, and smelling the eggplant. How does it smell? How does it smell next to the stem? And while you are smelling the eggplant, also noticing what kind of connection do you have now to this eggplant? How is the quality of your connection to this eggplant right now? After having experienced it this way. How does it feel like in your heart right now when you think of this eggplant in your hands? Okay, and then it's time to say goodbye to this eggplant in this form. We are going to start preparing it, and Mariana, I'm handing it over to you. You're gonna guide us now in preparing it.
Hello. How are you? So I feel a little sad about cooking this eggplant, but I am going to cook it anyway. Um, phone now, so it's a little different when it's not so personal. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the stem and I'm going to peel the eggplant. You can choose whether you want to peel the eggplant to make them or not. I usually peel it, and because I feel that it's less bitter. Thomas was telling me that in his, sometimes sometimes they're not so bitter, and it depends on what kind of eggplant. And sometimes when they're white eggplants are less bitter too. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the stem. Let me just put it so you can see it. I'm gonna cut the stem, remove it, and then I'm gonna start peeling the eggplant. I'm gonna peel the stem first. I'm just gonna peel it. You can also use a peeler. What I find is I like the way the eggplant feels when I peel it. The sound of it too. So there's my peeled eggplant. I don't know where you're at. I'll wait a little longer. I'm gonna peel another eggplant, and then we can cut them. So one thing is when I want to do this kind of dish, I try to pick the eggplants that they are not too thin. They're a little thicker, and that's good to make this kind of dish. So you can cut them easier.
And while peeling the eggplants, also noticing what does your nose receive right now? Which kind of scents, which kind of smells does your nose receive right now? And also noticing your posture, your back, your shoulders, your arms, the movement in your arms. And also noticing how does it feel like?
I love the noise.
Yeah. Yes. The noise. Yeah.
Sound of the noise. I like it. throw this away. So the way I cut them is I cut them lengthwise, and I cut them about 1 centimeter thickness, which is about 1/3 of an inch, a little bit over 1/3 of an inch for Americans. So from this eggplant, I probably have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 slices out of this eggplant. So about this thick, which is maybe about 1 centimeter. It feels very different when you cut the inside than when you peel it too. So that's my peeled eggplant. I love that eggplant. Lisa, I love the colors of that eggplant.
Thank you.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to salt each one on each side, each slice on each side. I'm going to keep the
Okay, Jill has a question, so you can unmute yourself and ask.
I was just wondering Mariana, your eggplants don't have many seeds in them, which is fabulous. Is there a way to pick them out so that there's something that you're looking for? Mine tend to have a lot of seeds, and mine are locally grown.
These are organic, but they're local. And yes, you're right. But I have tasted many times the ones with the seed in it, and it's delicious. Just a little different texture. It won't make, you don't need to.
Can you repeat it, Mariana? I think your sound wasn't that clear.
So what I said is that that I have done with seeds. Some of them come. I don't think it will taste very good.
Mariana, I think you're cutting out somehow. Maybe you need to go closer to.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. So
Now we are seeing you much better.
okay, so I have tried it to do it that have seeds, and it doesn't change the flavor. It actually tastes very good. Maybe it's a little different, and the texture, of course, is a little different. I usually don't pick out seeds. So that answers the question.
Yeah, what I meant when I said pick out, when you're selecting an eggplant, is there something you can look for so that it's not loaded with seeds? You're right, the seeds taste just fine, but yours are so beautiful without like virtually any seeds. And I'm just wondering if anybody has a trick with that.
Yeah, I wish for them. That's all I can do. You know, I make a wish the day before, and then sometimes it comes true.
Thanks.
So I am going to salt each one on each side.
Okay.
Like this. Hold it like that. And then put it up. Yeah. Okay? Because the juice much better up.
Mariana, I think you have to go closer to your laptop and then read again.
Okay. So I salt each. Yes. I took one of them. Then you put them up like that. That will help release the juice. Okay? The salt is one of them on each side. On each side, like that. Each side, and then you put it up. And you will see that it starts to be shiny. It shines because it's releasing the juice. And it will change texture. Right now, they're rigid, and then they'll become really flexible. It's great to see the change. I like to see the change. Ah, y le pones de plástico, si no, no, pero sí voy a poner al lado.
Yeah, and also notice the salts at your hand, and also feeling the salt in combination with the eggplant, right?
Yes.
The salt is really something rough, and our eggplants, they changed a little bit color. There was some oxygen was getting there, so it was getting a little darker, and also really feeling the salt between your fingers.
So, mira, yes. Lisa, yours look very good. I love it. So it's like a flower arrangement, but with eggplants. So can you see the shining? How it's shining now? And soon you're gonna see liquid. You're gonna see the liquid coming in here. So, la pasamos ahí mejor. A ver.
Sí, mueva.
Sí, así después.
Ay, verdad.
I put the eggplant on the side because we need to let them rest for about 20 minutes to half an hour. And that will, they will change texture and release all the juice. Okay, you hear me? Okay, good, okay. So in the meantime, we can start preparing things for the sauce. We need to chop the onions and the pepper, and we also gonna need to crush some garlic, and we're going to cook the sauce for a little while. So I'm gonna start chopping the onion.
Yeah, chopping the onion is the start of many good meals, right? And really making also contact with it again, and feeling the weight of it, seeing the different layers of the outside layers, which are really dry, which have already been drying out, but also protecting the onion inside, and seeing some little parts of the root still, and yeah, appreciating really that onion, which we'll cut now. Yeah, and first we have to take off the peel.
My mother used to say that you can, if you chew on a piece of bread, it doesn't make you cry. My grandmother used to say that you have to hold water in your mouth so it won't make you cry. And I try both, but it makes me cry anyway, so I think they just were, better to me appealing onions. It also reminds me of one story when I just went to the United States for the first time, and I was asking for a pound of onions. And I guess the way I pronounced it was not the way, because they could not understand it until I actually had to write it. And then they said onions, and that's what I heard. I also like the way, the feel of the knife going through the onion.
onion, also noticing and getting really in touch with the smell in your nose, with the sounds. You're here now. And how does it feel like in your arm and in your hand while cutting the onion? In both hands, in both arms. Again and again, really dropping into this moment right now. And also being aware how your breath is flowing right now. And also noticing the reaction in your eyes. Benjamin says it is heavy. The reaction is heavy in the eyes.
So I'm going to crush a clove of garlic, which I also love. And then I'm going to start making the sauce.
Also, again, noticing really the connection to the garlic. Getting in touch with the garlic.
Look at the color, and our garlic here is has a little red color outside, and is a bigger piece, and yeah, we can hear the outside layers, how it sounds if you put some pressure on it. Peeling the garlic can sometimes be difficult. Noticing how you can remove the dry skin of the garlic, and then notice the change of the texture of the underlying garlic. Just tubing. Here, I peeled it for you. Look at this.
So I'm going to put a pan with some oil on it, and I'm going to put the onion and the garlic and let it cook a little, and then I'm gonna add the peppers and the tomatoes. So I'm gonna do it in a pan. I use sunflower oil. I took to make the sauce, but you can use any oil you like.
I just want to make sure that everyone is at the same place with the pan. Is everybody ready to begin?
So yeah, we're also putting the oil in.
Oil.
Yeah, so Benjamin just told me that his fingers are now a little bit sticky. You noticed that? Because of the garlic. Yeah, so the juice of the garlic made his fingertips a little sticky.
So while the onion is getting sauteed, I'm going to chop the pepper and then throw it in the pan too.
Mariana, you put oil in the pan and you also put in the onions and the garlic, right?
Yes. And now I am going to chop the pepper and I'm going to add it to the onion and the garlic in the pan. And my fire is on medium to low.
Medium to low. No.
And I do take the seeds out of the pepper, but that's me.
Mariana, do we cut the peppers fairly small?
I usually like my peppers small in my sauce, so I chop it like a little squares, but
Okay.
that's the way I like the sauce. And then I chop the tomatoes at like little squares too. Like
Oh.
everything. Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Also, yeah, listen to the sound of the pan of the pot with the oil, and look at the onions and the garlic inside, and the smell which is created by the frying of this, and how the texture is changing, the color, and yeah, maybe you see that little steam coming out of the pan as well.
The smell. Delicious. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but this is what it looks like. It's just chopped in like little squares. And now I'm going to add them to the onion and the garlic. Let it cook. So, see if I can show my camera. You can see it. Oh, wait. There. This is my other camera. Thomas, do you think you can spotlight it? But I don't know if it's necessary. But it's just, I'm just mixing the other, the iPad. I'm just mixing it.
I'm looking for your iPad. Just a moment.
Okay. Just letting it cook. So what I'm gonna do there.
Now we spotlighted you. Your pen is on the.
Yes. So I'm gonna let it. I'm going to start chopping the tomatoes and then add them.
Mariana, so what's the next step? Making contact with the tomato?
I'm gonna chop the tomatoes and add them. And then you can put some, afterwards you can salt if you want, or pepper if you want to. I don't put a lot of salt in it because the eggplant already has salt. So I don't use a lot of salt afterwards.
And Mariana, do we have to preheat the oven at some point?
Yes. We can start preheating it when we bread the eggplant if you want, because
Okay, so not yet. Only when we bring the
you are
eggplant.
in winter time, you can preheat your oven. But here that it's summer, almost summer, I'd rather preheat it a little later. So I'm gonna make little squares. And add the squares in the sauce. I don't peel it, but if you want to, you can peel your tomatoes. And before peeling, I think it's also good because I love tomatoes. Really getting in touch with, how they look like, the color, the shape, the surface. And also how they feel like in your hand, the tomatoes.
Taste the smell of the tomato, and when you look at the different forms, we have very small tomatoes, like really minis. You may have bigger ones. So yeah, get really in contact with the tomato. The side where it was hanging off the tomato plant. and feel the texture if you put some pressure, and look at the color. Yeah, and then go to cut it. We will cut ours also in small pieces, but also small, so we just do quarters, while maybe your tomato is much bigger. You are cutting it in a different way. But then, yeah, when you cut it half, you see all the seeds in there, and those seeds, right? I mean, they were just the source of the tomato plant, and these tomatoes are really holding those seeds.
So now that we have the sauce, and I'm going to put it really low, we'll let it cook for a little while, and we're gonna just keep the sauce in that, just let it cook. And now we're gonna go back to the eggplant. And if you look at the eggplant on the bottom of the place where you put in the bowl, you should see a lot of juice. And that the texture of the eggplant has really changed now. They're very flexible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the liquid out. So I put the eggplant here now for a little while. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to prepare the eggs with the garlic and I usually use a little bit of parsley to put the eggplant in the egg, or egg substitute. I'm not sure. If you don't use egg, you can use egg substitute. So here are the eggs.
Yeah, so really feel the eggs, and they have such a nice form, right?
Yes.
And yeah, notice the noise when you cut or crack the egg, and see how the egg comes out of the look at the color, right, of the egg yolk and the white part of the egg.
My sauce is ready, so I'm gonna turn it off. You should check your sauce, and I usually let it simmer for a little while. But I like my sauce a little chunky when I put it on top of the eggplant, so I don't let it, So I'm going to turn it off.
Okay.
It's up to you. You can let it simmer if you like it more cooked, but I like to feel the texture of the tomato still, so I don't cook it so much. And I'm going to use another 2 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna put it in the mixture. So I'm going to
So you use again the garlic, right? You remove the peel and notice again the nice smell of the garlic.
a little bit of parsley too. It gives a little nice flavor to the eggplant afterwards. And I put about 2 teaspoons of milk in with the egg. So just a little bit of milk. That will help the bread to stay and doesn't tear out.
So we take water instead of milk. We will put water. We will add water into it.
I never tried it with coconut milk. Maybe it's good.
And while doing this, your shoulders, your back, your arms, your hands, and also the sounds that surround you right now, and the smells, the different smells, the different scents.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the eggplant in the egg preparation.
Just, Mariana, you added the parsley. You
Did. I am sorry, you couldn't hear me. I added some parsley and garlic into the egg mixture to add flavor.
Okay, so parsley and garlic in the sauce. Yes.
So I put the eggplant in, and I make sure that both sides are in, like touch the egg, each side, like that. If you run out of egg, you can make more egg and just add to it.
Yeah, and if you want to do it in a vegan way, then you would use the egg substitute of your choice instead of the eggs, and
Yes.
could use that as well. Mariana, after putting the eggplant slices into the egg, what are you doing with it afterwards? So
After we're going to leave them there for a little while, and then we can actually turn the oven on. And if you want to put some rice or anything, or pasta or couscous, or I don't know, quinoa to accompany it, it'd be a good time to do it.
okay, but first, yeah, let's put all the eggplant slices into the bowl with the eggs, and really let it sink in. Let it, yeah.
So it'll take flavor.
Yes.
If you let it be there for a few minutes, it will take more of the flavor of the garlic and the parsley.
Yeah, and also really feel your hands and your fingers, right? While you are now working with the eggplant and the mixture of egg and everything. So really feel what your hands and your finger are doing with it, right? And how you get now really in contact with it and be very close to the eggplants, which we have been at the beginning really looking as a whole fruit. Then we were peeling it, slicing it, and now really we put it into this sauce of egg and
Sorry, so
getting in contact with it and feeling it.
And also noticing how your breath is flowing right now.
now Julia is here and she's touching everything, smelling everything.
Yeah. So I think it's a special experience really to get with your hands into the eggs. It might feel a little wet and really get in contact with the eggs and the slices of the eggplant. Yeah.
Mariana, what's the temperature for the oven?
My oven, I would say medium. They cook very quickly. So my oven is a little strong, so I put it on medium. You know,
like what Fahrenheit or what Celsius?
Fahrenheit. So I put it at 200 centigrades, which is a medium oven, and I can check right now what it means in Fahrenheit. Hold on. Oh, I gotta hug. So I'm gonna check now how
Mariana,
yes.
when are we going to start with the rice?
The rice, I was thinking that we can start it now.
Okay.
Or we can, no, actually, maybe we can bread. 20 minutes. Yeah, we can start it now, the rice, and leave the egg, you know, to sink in, to marinate a little. It'll be better. And then, so we can make the rice now. It's one of my favorite parts. So, I'm gonna make 1 cup of rice, which is a lot, but it's okay. And I usually boil the water, so and I'm gonna make it. I don't know how you call it, but I call it Turkish rice, which is the way my mom used to make it. It's my favorite. So let me get the rice. El arroz. So I'm gonna make basmati rice, but you can make whatever is your favorite. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the sauce out of this pan, and I'm gonna use the oil so it'll be more flavorful, my rice.
And
Yeah.
Mariana,
Yes.
what is so special about the rice, how you do it now?
Well, this is the way my grandmother used to make it, and my grandfather came from Greece, and the way and that was the way he taught my grandmother to make it. So what I loved is that when you put the oil and then the rice, it's very fragrant to me. So for me, it's like going back to my childhood when I smell that. And I used to get into my grandma's house and smell this, and it was like my favorite thing. So it brings me back to my grandmother. And my mother used to make it the same way. So in my house, rice always meant Turkish rice. So I hope you like it. It tastes like you can taste it burned. You put a little bit of the rice in the pan before you, and then you put the rest, and then you put, yes. Ah, look at that. Exactly. It looks wonderful.
So we used a different pot. So we put oil in it, and as Mariana pointed out so nicely, to get the flavor of the sauce, we put 2 spoons of the sauce together with the oil in the pot and adding the rice, and we are frying the rice. Also, so good to see how the color changes of the rice. It was white before, and now with the oil and the sauce, getting that little reddish or orange color while we are heating it and frying it. And we have to be very careful and really be connected with the rice so that it's not being burned while frying. Yeah, exactly. Benjamin is asking me what is smelling here. What is now smelling while frying it, and with the 2 spoons from the sauce, it really gives a very nice smell, and the rice also gives a very nice smell while being fried.
What my grandma used to make was put like maybe 2 tablespoons of the rice before, and until it was very, very brown, like, so it have a little bit of burnt flavor, like a little bit of toasted flavor. So what I do is I just let it sit, the rice, without mixing it, like just a couple of teaspoons or like 1 tablespoon. And then after this one is pretty brown, I put the rest and I do what Thomas is doing. So I'll show you. So you can see that some of they're actually pretty brown. So I put a little bit, and then I add the rest. Mix it, and then I add the water. And now I'm going to add the water.
Mariana, I saw 2 questions. Ursula wanted to know, what did you add? Mariana?
I added a couple of tablespoons of the sauce in it.
Okay. I didn't hear the word.
And I added enough water to cover it. Not, enough water to cover it. And then you keep adding water until it's cooked. And I actually turned the rice to the fire to minimum, so it'll boil like that, and it's all covered. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. because I didn't.
Mariana, a little bit of salt.
I do. I add salt in the rice while it's cooking, just a little bit, because I like it. But however you want to make your rice, this part is, that's the way I like it. And you can see that there's some burn, like a little bit of, but I like that flavor. It's just the way my mom used to make it, so. Now, while the rice is cooking, we can actually turn the oven on to preheat the oven. Okay. Luis, that looks delicious. Wonderful. So, hi, Jasmine. So now we're gonna bread the eggplant.
No.
Now I'm gonna bread the eggplant. I use oats, crushed oats, but you can use breadcrumbs, or you can use seeds on it, or nuts on it, or whatever you like to. What is the preheat temperature? 200. No, wait a minute. The Fahrenheit. Let me get it. I never got it. Oh, somebody got it. Okay, thank you. Bye. So I'm going to add breadcrumbs right here. Está bueno, ¿no? Bye. No, ahora no, todavía no. I'm going to add it's not breadcrumbs, it's oats. Sorry. Suficiente.
Mariana,
Right pan.
did you put oil on it?
In the pan. Well, this is to bread the eggplant. You need a surface to bread them, to bread each eggplant.
But did you put oil first in your pan, or is it just the oatmeal?
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. This is not where we're going to cook it. We're going to bread it first. So you take one piece of the eggplant that has the egg, and you bread it on both sides until it's completely covered. This is fun. Benjamin, you're going to like this. This is what I used to do when my mom used to let me do this part. And make sure it's all covered. And then you put it on one side. ¿Me das un plato? Lo pongo sobre un plato, ¿no? O lo pongo ahí sobre.
Puedes poner directo en la asadera.
You can pero no, porque todavía no quiero poner.
Se te prende el pelo con el fuego.
Si me das un plato. So I'm just gonna make each and put it on the side. Una de las tantas. Sí, sí. No, ya está, ¿eh? Suficiente. Vale.
记住了，
No, shh. A ver si te calmas.
记住了。
Yeah, and then when now breading the eggplants, again, yeah, really make contact with the slices and get in touch with it. Listen to the sounds when the pieces of eggplants get into the bread, and feel what happens to your fingertips. How they feel now. How now some bread is sticking together with your fingers, and the egg. And Mariana told us that this was the part of the job she had to do in the past when her
Yes.
mother.
When I was a little girl. But I didn't like how it felt, my fingers getting stickier and thicker. And then you have to take it off, and that I didn't like. I liked the job, but I always wished that my fingers didn't get all sticky and thick with the breadcrumbs or the oat crumbs. But it was sort of fun to do. I like that. That was always my job.
Yeah, now really feel how does it feel when doing this work, and um, how the bread gets maybe onto your fingers.
Yeah.
Recognize that these steps are necessary to create that meal.
Yes.
Also noticing what's on your mind right now when you do this. What comes to mind right now when you do this?
I'm wondering if I should oil or spray my pan to go into the oven so that I can start putting these on there. Should I?
We'll put them all together. You can also put them in the pan. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You can put a little bit of oil in the underneath, and then just put them on top. And once you have them like that, you can put them in the oven if you want.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I have limited counter space, so it's an important question for me.
It is. You can also make this with zucchini, and they taste very good.
Oh yes, I have zucchini.
Ah. Check on your rice and make sure it doesn't burn. I just realized.
it's also such a sound experience.
Yes.
Sounds in our kitchen, but also the sounds coming from your kitchens.
It's also so different if you do it, the texture of the crushed oats compared to the breadcrumbs. And I find that I like the texture of the oats so much better.
Mariana, what are we doing with the egg sauce which is left over now after we did all the exercises? Any ideas there?
You can use it for your rice, or you can use it tomorrow. Yeah. So I made like at this stage you can actually freeze them like that, and they and then put them in the oven later if you have too many. And they'll stay in the oven. I'll stay in the freezer for months. Hey. Okay. So I hope you're having, let me see on the gallery view. Hey Macy, show me an eggplant. Oh, okay, beautiful. Look at that. I love it.
Yeah, and how does your fingers feel now, right? Being in the middle of that work, together with the eggplants and the oatmeal or the bread. How do your fingers and your fingertips are feeling now?
I have a pan where I'm going to put some oil and cover it with oil, and then put the eggplant pieces on top. And then I'll put it in the oven. I spread it with my fingers. I like the feel of the oil in my fingers too.
Sorry, another question. The cheese.
Yes.
Is the cheese going on before we put it in the oven, or?
No, we're going to put the eggplant, and when we turn them, and we're going to put the sauce and the cheese then.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Julia likes them without cheese, so sometimes I put some with sauce only, or just alone. And then, and sometimes with, for me, I love them. I put the sauce and then oregano on top, and then the cheese. I like oregano, but if you don't like oregano, you don't have to. Oh, wow. Thomas, that looks so good. Oh, you got zucchini there, don't you? Is that zucchini?
No, this is all the eggplant. Some of them we were cutting in a zebra style.
Okay.
Or peeling in a zebra style.
Zebra.
Here is mine. I'm going to put it in the oven now. So I have a little bit left over, and I probably can make them tomorrow. I just leave them in the fridge, and I can cook them tomorrow, or I can cook them afterwards. So I'm going to put them in. No me canso todo el tiempo, pero después pongo el resto.
Antes, ¿tú no manejas?
No.
Mira que esos son chicas después.
Sí, pero mira que son grandes, mira.
No, después vas a ver que puedo haber más
Igual
espacio.
son por ahí. Sí.
Voy a llevar una mandarina porque está aquí.
Pobrecita, mi amor.
Yo comí un montón de cosas.
I'm going to check on my rice.
¿Lo escuchas?
Delicious.
I don't know if it's okay to interject a little trick, but my mother used to use the extra egg with the breadcrumbs and mix it up and make little meatballs that are like egg and bread.
That's a great idea.
It comes out good.
So, Louisa, you are using the leftovers of the egg sauce, and you
Yes,
put.
I'm gonna do the egg leftovers, and I'm gonna put in my leftover breadcrumbs, and I'm gonna mix it up, and then if it needs more breadcrumb, then I'll put a little bit more breadcrumb. The mixture comes out kind of thick. It's gotta be, has to have some consistency.
Oh, this looks really good, yeah? It's a very nice idea.
My mother was a post-war, no, she was a World War II child, so she has lots of good ideas like this. That's what it looks like.
May I see?
Yeah. Louise, how do you cook the meatballs afterwards?
Louisa?
Yes.
I was wondering, Louisa, how do you like, what do you do with the meatballs once they're formed? Like, do they go?
Oh, I'm sorry. You put them in the oven with the eggplant. You put them in a I sometimes together. I have no more room, but in a separate little, and then they cook in their little bread meatballs.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm gonna get some tea. The rice should be done by now, right? If you're making rice. You should also start smelling the eggplant, you know, a little bit.
Mariana, question here.
Yes.
So you just stick the eggplant in the oven, right? So in the middle rack, like in the middle rack, right? And for how long?
In about 10 minutes. It should until it's brown. You know, it should be brown on the bottom. When it's brown on the bottom, then we'll take them out of the oven. It's about 10 minutes or 15. It depends on, yeah, about.
Yeah. Our rice is also making good progress. It's got a nice texture, and I really like the color due to the sauce we put in. So I'm very grateful for that idea, Mariana, to mix the rice with a couple of teaspoons from the sauce. So and because of the oil, it has a very nice texture, and it looks very nice. It has a wonderful smell here in our kitchen. So yeah, maybe everybody in his kitchen really focus on what is coming to your nose, and noticing the different smells from that various parts of the dish we are cooking here together.
Yes, my rice is basmati, so it looks different than yours. And you can also see the sauce in the iPad. Maybe you can see it in the other one, because that's the computer and I can't. But yeah, right there. And you can see how it looks different than yours. I love the way it looks. Así no, China. Así no. So I'm going to check on my eggplant and see if it's golden. I think it doesn't take too long. So see on the back side. see if on the back side is golden. If it's golden, you can take it everything out of the oven for a minute. Yes. I'm gonna take it out of the oven. Okay. So I'm gonna show it to you in right here. That one is turned around. So I'm gonna turn them now because they're golden.
Queso blanco.
Can you see it? Oh, Julia is smelling it.
Julia. Arroz. Arroz.
Yes.
Macy just asked, what is the temperature again in Fahrenheit?
Oh, gosh. Let
Ours
me
is
see.
golden. Ours is also not golden yet.
Hopefully. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Kim. I do have it at 400, so maybe I just have to wait a little bit longer. Thank you.
It's, yeah, about 400 Fahrenheit. Yes.
Thank you.
So once you turn them around, then you can add the sauce.
Ahora el arroz.
No, Julia, no. Necesito. Since I have a little bit of some eggplants left over, I'm going to leave a little bit of sauce for my other eggplant. Esto lo dejo para lo que me queda ahí. And I'm gonna después le pongo so I'm gonna add the mozzarella pieces on it on the All right, that's Julia's giving me a hug and smelling. Y sí, ¿no? ¿O no? Las dejo sin hacer. Ah, buenísimo. Sí. Y pone la salsita entonces.
Yo te la guardamos y se la pongo así.
Ese ya es un montón para ustedes. No manches.
¿Qué es este? Y si quieres eso, ponerlo en un cosito chiquito.
Sí, eso lo estoy buscando, ¿no? Parece que no me lo encontré, así chiquito.
A ver, de los de shower.
Shower.
No.
Shower.
And I'm gonna add some oregano on top of the cheese. So that mozzarella looks.
Shower.
Mira.
Shower. Shower.
No, basta.
Shower.
No, basta. De repetir.
Shower. Percibo no. Percibo allá.
And really being aware of each step that it takes, and really also taking your time, because we are not as fast as you, Mariana.
I'm sorry.
But we're taking our time.
This oven is powerful. It really cooks fast. The oven in my house, it's more mindful, I think. So I love the smell of oregano, and when it cooks and it just releases that smell, and that makes me instantly hungry, even if I wasn't hungry.
Yeah, and also getting in touch with this tea and with oregano. And
oh, look at the cat. A ver, córrete, Juli. So I'm going to put it in the oven, back in the oven. ¿Sabes qué? ¿Puedes poner esto en el bowl? Sí, me huele bien.
Ahora sí.
Julia really wants to have the rice now.
Ahora.
She's no, en el
Ahora.
no hay mañana pregunta. Mañana.
Yeah, and when preparing the mozzarella cheese, you may also taste already a piece of it. like it tastes fresh. Later, when it's on the eggplants in the oven, it also will change its texture, right? And will also change the taste. So you may take a moment and taste a little bit of the cheese and appreciate that it is here and that we really have it and that it is part of that recipe and our dish today.
And also the oregano. Where's the oregano?
I took some pictures of while they are in the oven, so I'll post them tomorrow.
Yeah, and also smelling the oregano. Just smelling. And also, yeah, feeling the oregano and really getting in touch with the oregano.
This nice Mediterranean smell, and thinking of the oregano being there in the summer, in the sun, and growing. And then a farmer was taking care of the oregano, and consider how many people were really involved to bring that oregano in our kitchen. The farmer who was growing it, then harvesting it. It needed to be dried, so because we are using at the moment dried oregano.
The sunbeams, how much sunlight is captured within this oregano.
And it's almost like a miracle, right?
And how much rain is captured in this dry oregano.
That the sunlight, rain, soil, and the plant can create such a wonderful and intense smell. All the aromas which are in there, this is really like a miracle when you think about it, being made of sunbeams, water, soil.
And also noticing the sounds which came from or come from or having it between your fingers, between your fingertips, and then putting it on the eggplants or on the tomato sauce right now. How this sounds like. And while I am doing this, I'm also recognizing or noticing my posture, my back, my shoulders, and also how my breath is flowing right now. So really paying attention to each step we do now.
Yes, I am enjoying the smell of the oregano as it cooks. I'm gonna show mine. There.
Now I have the smell of the oregano on my fingertips. Wonderful.
My super oven decided that did not want them anymore. So I'm gonna take them out because they're done. So they're right there, and the cheese has melted, and they're done. So I'm gonna take them out of the oven now. So, there they are.
wonderful, Mariana. Great. Yeah.
It looks so wonderful.
Maybe one day we're all gonna be here in Buenos Aires and I'm gonna cook for everybody. And I'll do this dish.
Adesso. Adesso. Adesso.
It's delicious.
So this is
Ah,
we are looking at your how do you call it? Your meat,
How do you call it, Luis?
your vegetarian meatballs.
Yeah.
Polpettine di pane, pane e uovo.
Ah, great.
Mhm.
That looks great. Look at that.
Louise, would you post that recipe for us in the chat?
Sure. Didn't you play around with the extra egg mixture? It's kind of a game. You have the egg mixture that's left over, and then you got to like make the concoction with however many breadcrumbs you have left. There's really no rhyme or reason, and my mother never gives a recipe, so it's all an experiment.
What are you putting on top?
Exactly what Mariana told me to put on top.
Okay.
A little bit of the, I've never tried it this way. A little bit of the sauce and a little bit of the mozzarella. It's going back in.
Wow.
Oh, it smells divine.
ja. Das sind die Reste vom Ei einfach mit Brösel.
I will post it.
Louise, that looks great. Oh, Thomas, that looks wonderful. Look at that.
Did you see it? Wow. Yes. Can you go straight, please?
The rice smells delicious, Mariana. It's beautiful, thank you. I put the egg in it as well.
You put oregano in it, Jasmine?
I put the egg. A little bit of the leftover egg I put in it when it was cooked.
Oh, that's a great idea. I never
Like egg fried rice.
Oh, wow. Yes. I'm gonna try that next time. I'll put the egg on it.
I'm hungry.
I made the pancake with the rice, egg mixture, and cream.
Wow, that looks
Right.
wonderful.
This is a wonderful starter, right? Ciao. A great idea, having a starter like this pancake.
Chow, did you fry that or bake that in the oven? It looks incredible.
I fry that, so I add another egg in the mixture, so the mixture become coherent and sticky, and then I add a little bit butter in it, and then I fry it with the pan. So treat this mixture as a mixture of your pancakes, just fry it with the pan. Looks nice, the texture. I'm going to have it with the eggplant, big eggplant.
Did you cook the rice the same way and then just added the egg mix, and that's the way you did it?
I just used a leftover mixture and then add one more egg in the mixture, so the texture look like a pancake. So you just use a ladle and take some mixture and fry it with a pan. So it's yeah, really like, what's it there? Oh, can I see it? So it's like a pancake crepe.
Yes.
Actually, it tastes pretty good. Yeah, everybody can try it. Use your creativity.
Thank you very much. So really, it's a very nice experience to cook with everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Perry and Thomas, also for your meditation. Thank you.
Giddy, it looks wonderful. Look at that.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Jasmine, what's that?
Hello, Benkit.
I put Parmesan cheese on mine.
Yes, but you had something on the side.
Oh, that. That was because I had too much mixture to make the meatball stiff, I put it in a little ramekin. So that's my eggs and some breadcrumbs and some oats. And I just put it in a ramekin in the oven.
Wow. I bet that tastes really good.
I'll tell you in a minute. Stuart's waiting here to find out. He's hungry. There you go. Mm. Mm.
Thank you, Mariana. And thank you, Perry, Thomas. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I have to go, I'm sorry. And my internet is so weak. But my dish is finished, so at least I was successful.
It looks so good, Ursula.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very delicious. I tasted already. I have to tell you. Thank you, Mariana. Thank you. And my family likes it as well.
Enjoy, enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good. Bye-bye. Thank you to Buenos Aires and to everywhere. It's great. It's so great. It's incredible. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Tschüss. I don't like that bond.
So, yeah, I have to go. Yeah.
It's busy.
So is everyone ready, or where are you right now in the process?
Go ahead, Pam.
Oh, wow. Look at Pam and Andy. They already got it out of the oven.
So we joined you guys. Andy and I are allergic. I'm allergic to the nightshades, and we're vegetarian, so I can't have peppers, tomatoes, eggplant. And so we decided, if you didn't mind today, to just cook mindfully with you. And we made some chocolate breakfast bars that we've been wanting to make. That it was while I was meditating one morning. As you know, thoughts sometimes decide to make their appearance. Well, this recipe made its appearance, and I decided to try it. So it's out of oats and sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds and raisins and almond butter and toasted coconut and chocolate. So this is what we made mindfully with you.
It's hard to see.
And it is 4:21 our time, and we're just having it for breakfast now. So we've waited. So this was our mindful cooking, and thank you for letting us join you with a little diversity today, but it was
wonderful.
Pam,
Thank
did you
you.
hear the recipe? It looks amazing.
Sure.
I will,
Thank
and they're very healthy for breakfast. We normally make them in cookie form without some of the ingredients, but like I said during the meditation, it came to me to make it in a bar form and to add some almond butter and some chocolate on top. But I will. They are very nutritious and actually for breakfast. So
thank you.
We will share.
You could send some over as dessert.
Yes.
Yes, Kitty. We didn't want to cheat, but we did want you to know what we were making. And next time I'll let you know beforehand if there's a change. So I'll email the recipe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great, Pam and Andy. Enjoy it.
You're going out.
Yes, and
Macy has something to show, yeah?
Ta-da.
Oh, wow, Macy, looks beautiful.
Thank you. I'm so excited to try it. I added some sage and thyme and everything also, and some vegan food. So we'll see how that works. Very excited. And then my meatballs per Louise with whole wheat breadcrumbs. So we'll see how it works. But
That's mine.
thank you guys.
Louise, that looks so wonderful.
My oven isn't as hot as Mariana's. It takes a little bit longer.
It looks delicious.
A woman from Italy who owns an Italian restaurant decided she had to make meatballs for her grandson who's a vegetarian. And so I just want to tell you that with what you've shared with us today, Louise, she grates eggplant. finally graded, and they're now on. They own a restaurant, and they're now on the menu at the restaurant. This is in New York City. So I just wanted to share that the base of what you have, she would then grade in eggplant. So enjoy.
Thank you.
You are ready for dinner. That looks delicious.
Yes, Benjamin is starting to eat now.
I want to hear what Benjamin thinks of the eggplant because it's a first experience for him doing this way.
Not the first one, but he doesn't like eggplants actually. But let's see how his reaction is when he eats this. Yeah.
A little bit. It's a little drab. Oh, beautiful.
Okay. Vielleicht tut es auch noch drauf.
For you.
That was so wonderful.
Benjamin is gone, but I had a special experience as well. I touched while putting the dish on the plate. I was touching the hot pan, so I was feeling it from my thumb down to my feet. So this was
a very strong
strong mindful experience.
Yes.
So take care when you work with your hot pan. I can give you that advice.
While being hungry.
While being hungry.
It's delicious, Mariana. Thank you so much.
Oh, Kitty, I'm so happy you like it.
Yeah, the rice is incredible.
I am so happy about that.
It's so delicious. It's amazing.
Yes. Is everybody ready? Is everybody finished?
Yes.
Yes. I wasn't able to eat mine yet because we're between lunch and dinner, so I didn't bake mine yet, but it's all ready. And so I'll have to let you know when I try it how it is. So, but thank you. It's so fun to cook with everybody like this. It's really awesome. What a great way to spend the afternoon.
Oh, great. So maybe I'm going to ring the bowl right now again, and then we can start to really eat mindfully, to really taste again, to really get in contact with that what we cooked now. Yeah, what the result of it is, of this mindful cooking experience, how the ingredients came together and now being eaten. And Benjamin, how does it taste? Good.
Thumbs up.
If you cook even something which you think you don't like it, right? When you think it from the start because you don't like eggplants. If you cook it mindfully and together with friends from all over the world, at the end it's very tasty. Maybe because we have a different relation to it as well, right?
Yeah, and really getting in touch with what you see on your plate now, the different colors, the different shapes, unique features, smelling it, and yeah, really mindfully tasting it when you put it in your mouth. So I'm going to ring the bowl now for, yeah, and then we can just be still, be quiet for about 1-2 minutes. Yeah.
Patricia, it looks delicious.
Yeah, Mariana, thank you so much. Really, thank you so, so much. Deep bow to you for this wonderful cooking experience, for this wonderful recipe. Thank you for sharing this with us.
Thank you for taking us on this journey of that recipe, and yeah, it was also a journey a little bit back into your family roots. So we are very grateful for this experience with you cooking today.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It was so much fun to do it together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's such a delight.
Thank you, Mariana.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thomas and Free. See
Thank
you
you.
next.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Benjamin.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mariana. Thank you.
Thank you so much for living this together
It was
and
such a hard,
experiencing this.
Maybe next Saturday.
was such a heartfelt experience, and yeah, thanks for sharing this time in the kitchen with everybody. So this was so nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. See you soon.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye, Katie.
See if Bossy likes it, Giddy.
Yeah, she will get the leftover crumbs, you know. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Much love to you. Take care and enjoy your meal. Bye.
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 Again, hi, Julia.
Hi, Julia.